5 years, take a second and really picture it. 5 years from this exact moment. You're standing somewhere looking in a mirror, and in that reflection, you see one of two people. The first person looks back at you with a quiet, undeniable confidence. There's a spark in their eyes. They're not just older, they're stronger, wiser, calmer. They carry themselves differently because they've spent the last 1,825 days building a life, not just living one. They look at you, and you feel a surge of pride, a deep, soul-shaking satisfaction. You see the person you always knew you could be. Then there's the other reflection. This person looks tired, not just from a lack of sleep, but a deeper, more corrosive exhaustion, the kind that comes from running in place for half a decade. Their eyes are clouded with the ghosts of missed opportunities, of broken promises they made to themselves. They look the same, sound the same, complain about the same things they're complaining about right now. They're trapped in the amber of their own inaction. And when you look at them, you feel that familiar, gut-wrenching pang of regret. The sickening realization that nothing has changed because you didn't change. Which reflection will you see? You think the difference between those two outcomes is some grand, complicated formula, don't you? You think it's about getting that one lucky break, meeting the right person, or finally stumbling upon some secret knowledge that only the top 1% possess. You're waiting for a lightning strike, a winning lottery ticket, a divine sign from the universe delivered via a viral TikTok video. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. Dead wrong. The chasm between the person you are and the person you could be in 5 years isn't bridged by luck, or genius, or privilege. It's bridged by a single choice. A choice so deceptively simple, so mundane, so utterly unsexy that most people dismiss it outright. It's a choice you face every single day, and it has nothing to do with your career, your relationships, or your finances, not directly. Anyway, this choice is the master key that unlocks all of those other doors. It's the silent architect of your future. And today, right now, I'm going to hand you that key. But be warned, this isn't a feel-good pep talk. This isn't a list of life hacks you'll forget by tomorrow. This is an intervention. Because the next 10 minutes could be the most valuable, most uncomfortable, and most important 10 minutes of your entire year. What you do with this information will determine whether your future self thanks you or curses you. The choice is this: who gets the best of you? Does the best version of you, the sharpest, most focused, most creative and energized you, belong to your boss, to your clients, to the algorithm on your phone? Or does it belong to you? Every single morning, you wake up with a finite amount of high-quality mental energy. Your brain, for a brief, precious window of time, is a pristine landscape. Your willpower is at its peak. Your cognitive function is firing on all cylinders. Neurochemically, you are primed for greatness. For the first 90 minutes after you wake up, your brain is operating at a level of focus and clarity it will not reach again for the rest of the day. Studies have shown a potential 40% increase in cognitive performance during this golden window. It's a biological cheat code. It's a superpower. And what do 99% people do with this superpower? They give it away. They squander it. They wake up, and the very first thing they do is grab their phone. They plunge their pristine, powerful mind into the chaotic, reactive sewer of social media feeds, urgent but not important emails, and negative news headlines. They trade their peak creative energy for a hit of dopamine from a stranger's vacation photo. They exchange their prime problem-solving capacity for the anxiety of a work email that can't be dealt with for another 2 hours anyway. They let the world's agenda hijack their own before they've even had a chance to set one. They give the absolute best of their mental and emotional resources to Mark Zuckerberg, to their demanding boss, to the trolls in the comment section, and to the advertisers trying to sell them a solution to a problem they didn't even know they had 5 minutes ago. And then, after their best energy has been siphoned off, drained away by 1,000 tiny digital cuts, they turn to their own goals, their own dreams, their own life's work with the exhausted leftovers. They try to write their book, start their business, learn that new skill, or get in shape using the dregs of their willpower, the fumes of their focus. And then they have the audacity to wonder why they're not making progress. They wonder why they feel so stressed, so behind, so perpetually overwhelmed. It's because they are giving their prime rib to strangers and saving the scraps for their own family. They are living their life in reverse. And this single daily habit, this seemingly harmless morning ritual, is the silent killer of dreams. It's the reason why 5 years from now, they will be standing in front of that mirror, looking at the same tired face, wondering where all the time went. Now, let's talk about the other 1%. The people you admire. The ones who seem to operate on a different level. You think they were born with more discipline, more talent, more hours in the day? No, they just understand the profound, game-changing power of that first hour. They are not morning people. Let's kill that myth right now. Nobody loves the sound of a 5 a.m. alarm. Nobody enjoys peeling themselves out of a warm, comfortable bed when it's still dark outside. They don't do it because they're masochists. They do it because they are ruthless guardians of their own potential. They do it because they understand that the first hour of the day is the rudder that steers the entire ship. They claim that first hour for themselves. Before the world can scream for their attention, they are investing their best energy into their own agenda. That hour is a sanctuary. It's a fortress. No emails, no social media, no news, no reactive garbage. That time is sacred. It's dedicated to deep work, to strategic thinking, to physical and mental conditioning. It's where they build their empires, not in the boardroom at 2 p.m., but in the quiet solitude of 5 a.m. while you're scrolling through Instagram. They are scripting their future. While you are deleting junk mail, they are building their masterpiece. While you are arguing with a stranger about politics, they are strengthening their body and mind. They are not grinding. They are compounding. Let's break down the science of why this is so damn effective. So, you understand this isn't just motivational fluff. When you wake up, your brain transitions from theta and delta wave states, dreaming and deep sleep, into an alpha state. This is a state of relaxed alertness, a bridge between your subconscious and conscious mind. It's a state of high creativity and suggestibility. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus, decision-making, and willpower, is still coming online. It's not yet cluttered with the day's anxieties. This is why ideas flow so freely in the shower. Your brain is in what scientists call a state of flow-prone neuroplasticity. In simple English, your brain is like wet cement. Whatever you pour into it during this window is what will set for the day. If you pour in distraction, anxiety, and other people's priorities, you are literally wiring your brain for a day of distraction, anxiety, and reactivity. You're cementing a foundation of mental chaos. But if you pour in intention, focus, learning, and strategic planning, you are cementing a foundation of control, clarity, and purpose. You are programming your mind for victory before the battle has even begun. This creates a powerful psychological domino effect. By winning that first hour, you gain a profound sense of control. You've already accomplished something meaningful for yourself before most people have even decided what to wear. This victory sends a signal to your brain. I am in charge. I am a person who does what they say they are going to do. This initial win builds momentum. It creates a positive feedback loop of confidence and discipline that carries you through the rest of the day. You're no longer starting your day on your back foot, reacting to the world. You're starting on the offensive, having already moved your most important pieces on the chessboard. You might be thinking, okay, I get it. Mornings are important, but 5 a.m.? That's insane. I'm not a Navy SEAL. What would I even do at that ungodly hour? I'm glad you asked, because it's not about just being awake. It's about what you do with that wakefulness. And no, it doesn't involve a 10-mile run followed by an ice bath and a kale smoothie, unless that's your thing. We're going to start with something I call the 111 Victory Protocol. It's simple, it's sustainable, and it's designed to be so easy you have no excuse not to do it. It's a framework, not a prison. You can adapt it, but the principles are non-negotiable. Here it is. For the first hour of your day, you will focus on three things: prime, plan, and produce. Part one. Prime. 20 minutes. The goal here is to prime your body and mind for peak performance. This isn't about a grueling workout. It's about waking up your system. This has two components. First, hydration. The moment your feet hit the floor, before you do anything else, you will drink a large glass of water. Your body is dehydrated after 8 hours of sleep. Your brain is 75% water. Even mild dehydration can impair cognitive function, focus, and mood. Chug that water like your future depends on it, because it does. Think of it as turning on the power to your brain. Second, movement. For the next 15 to 20 minutes, you will move your body. I don't care what you do. You can do 20 push-ups. You can do a 10-minute yoga or stretching routine on YouTube. You can put on your headphones and go for a brisk walk around the block. You can do jumping jacks in your living room while questioning all your life choices. The point is not to get a six-pack. The point is to increase blood flow and oxygen to your brain, to release endorphins, and to shake off the physical lethargy of sleep. This simple act of physical exertion signals to your body and mind that it's time to be alert. It's time to engage. It's a biological state change. You are moving from a state of rest to a state of readiness. Part 2. Plan 20 minutes. Now that your body and mind are awake, you will sit down with a pen and a piece of paper. No screens. The tactile act of writing engages your brain differently. You're going to perform a mental download and then create a strategic blueprint for your day. First, the mind sweep. For 10 minutes, you will write down everything that's on your mind. Worries, ideas, to-do list items, nagging thoughts. Brilliant. Insights. Get it all out of your head and onto the paper. This declutters your mental workspace. It frees up cognitive resources that would otherwise be spent trying to remember that you need to buy milk or email that client. Second, the one thing. Now, you will look at your day ahead and you will ask yourself the most important question of all. What is the one thing I can do today such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? Not 5 things. Not 10 things. 1. What is the single most important domino? What is the one task that, if completed, will create the most significant progress toward your most important goal? Identify it. Circle it. That is your mission for the day. You will schedule a specific time to attack that one thing, preferably in your next block of deep work. This isn't a to-do list. It's a success list. You are no longer a busy person. You are a productive person. There's a world of difference. Part 3. Produce. 20 minutes. This is the most important part. For the final 20 minutes of your sacred hour, you will take direct, focused action on your most important long-term goal. Not your day job, your life's job. Are you trying to write a book? You will write for 20 minutes. Not edit, not research. Write. Get words on the page. Are you trying to build a side business? You will spend 20 minutes on the single most critical task: making a sales call, designing the landing page, writing the ad copy. Are you trying to learn a new language? You will spend 20 minutes practicing with an app or a textbook. Are you trying to get a promotion? You will spend 20 minutes learning a new skill that makes you more valuable. This 20-minute block is non-negotiable. It's your daily investment in your future self. It might not feel like much. 20 minutes. What can I possibly accomplish? Let's do the math. 20 minutes a day is over 2 hours a week. That's over 120 hours a year. That's 3 full 40-hour work weeks. 3 weeks of pure, uninterrupted, focused work on your number one goal. Do you think you could make some serious progress with 3 extra weeks of focused effort every year? You could build a business. You could become fluent in a language. You could write a novel. You could completely transform your skill set. Small hinges, swing big doors. And this 20-minute daily deposit is the hinge that will swing open the door to the future you've always wanted. It compounds. The progress you make today makes tomorrow's work easier. This skill you build this week becomes the foundation for a bigger skill next month. It's a snowball of achievement rolling downhill, getting bigger and faster every single day. And the most beautiful part, you've done it all before 7 a.m. You have put a massive win on the board for your future self before the rest of the world has even finished hitting the snooze button. The psychological power of that is immeasurable. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, but I'm just not disciplined enough. I'll try it for 2 days and then I'll quit. Let's talk about identity. The reason you fail to stick with new habits is because you're trying to force an action that conflicts with your internal identity. You can't be a disciplined person if you still see yourself as a lazy person. It creates cognitive dissonance. The real magic of this morning ritual isn't just about productivity. It's about identity transformation. Every time you choose to get out of bed instead of hitting snooze, you are casting a vote. You are casting a vote for the identity of, I am a disciplined person. Every time you choose to hydrate and move instead of scrolling on your phone, you are casting a vote for, I am a person who prioritizes their health and energy. Every time you sit down to plan your day and work on your goal, you are casting a vote for, I am a focused, intentional person who builds their own future. You are not trying to be disciplined. You are simply proving to yourself through small, concrete actions that you are disciplined. You are not faking it until you make it. You are being it until you become it. Each morning is an election for the kind of person you want to be. And with each successful ritual, you win that election by a landslide. After 90 days of this, it's no longer something you do. It's who you are. It becomes automatic. Your identity will have shifted. You won't see yourself as someone who is trying to be better. You will see yourself as someone who is in control, who is intentional, who is the architect of their own life. And that identity, that deep, unshakable belief in yourself is the real prize. That's the main character energy people talk about. It's not arrogance. It's a quiet confidence born from 1,000 small promises you've kept to yourself. It's the self-trust that comes from knowing that when you decide to do something, it gets done. That is the foundation upon which great lives are built. Think about the alternative. Every time you hit snooze, you're casting a vote for, my comfort is more important than my commitments. Every time you scroll first thing, you're voting for other people's agendas are more important than my own. Every time you say you'll work on your goal later and then never do, you're voting for, I am not a person who follows through. You are reinforcing an identity of weakness, of procrastination, of being a passenger in your own life. And that identity becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The next 5 years are going to pass whether you like it or not. Time is the great equalizer. It is ruthlessly indifferent to your excuses. The clock is always ticking. The question is, who will you be at the end of those 1,825 days? Will you have 1,825 days of intentional, conduct growth? Or will you have one day repeated 1,825 times? You can keep doing what you're doing. You can keep hitting snooze. You can keep giving your best energy to your phone and your leftovers to your dreams. You can keep telling yourself you'll start tomorrow or next week or next year. You can keep watching other people build the life you wish you had, feeling that toxic cocktail of envy and resentment. You can let another 5 years slip through your fingers like sand, only to wake up one day in a panic, wondering where it all went. Or you can make a different choice. You can decide right now that you are done being a spectator. You are done waiting for permission, waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect moment that will never come. You can decide that your future is too important to be left to chance. You can set your alarm tonight, not with dread, but with a sense of defiant purpose, and when it goes off tomorrow morning, and your bed feels so warm and your mind concocts a dozen brilliant excuses to stay put, you will remember this conversation. You will think about those two reflections in the mirror, and you will make a choice. You will swing your legs out of bed, plant your feet on the floor, and cast a vote. You will cast a vote for the person you are determined to become. It won't be easy. The first week will be hell. Your brain will fight you. Your body will ache. You will question everything, but you will push through. And on the other side of that discomfort is a version of you that you have not yet met. A version that is stronger, sharper, and more alive than you can currently imagine. A version that looks back at you from that 5-year mirror with a look of profound respect and gratitude that the choice is yours. It always has been. But understand this. The alarm clock is not just a device for waking up. It's a daily referendum on your ambition. It's a choice between the temporary comfort of the present and the permanent fulfillment of the future. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to build your future, or are you going to keep binge watching someone else's? The next 5 years of your life are hanging on your answer. Don't hit snooze on this. Your future self is begging you not to. Set the alarm. Win the morning. Win your life